bro, you can't hop in here, this bitch a hot cop. They like, bro, it's Nook, not a smirk, nigga, fuck. You can't play no.
Welcome to the turnover. Today we're gonna go over and review the draft. We tried to get a video out before the draft, but I didn't turn the sound on or the microphone on. It was through like a Zoom FaceTime recording, and I didn't have my mic on, so no one was talking. So we had to kind of just scrap that. It sucks for that. I'm sorry about that. We're sorry about that, but we're gonna just review over the draft picks.
Yeah, so we're gonna go and name like alphabetical order. Arizona Cardinals, they didn't have a first, so the second they had pick 52 or 55. They got Trey McBride from a tight end from Colorado State. Pick 87, round 3 was Cameron Thomas, from defensive end from San Diego State. Round 3 was pick 100. They got it from the Ravens. It was Majai Sanders, defensive end from Cincinnati. Then round 6, and they skipped all the way from 3 to 6. That sucks. They got Keontae Ingram, running backs from Southern Carolina. Round 6, they had pick 215. Lysidicus Smith, guard from Virginia Tech. Round 7, pick 244. Christian Matthew, corner from Valdosta State. And then round 7, pick 256, they got Jesse Luketa, linebacker from Penn State, and their last pick was round 7, pick 257, Marquise Hayes, from a guard from Oklahoma.
So now their draft was all right. It was okay, but what the real deal was in the first round when they traded that pick for Marquise Brown.
Yeah, right.
So I mean, they got Hollywood. Hollywood, DeAndre Hopkins, Rondale Moore.
Yeah.
Dude,
And
that's nasty. And then now they have Trey McBride, who Zach Ertz can help out.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
Dude.
I was going to say, and they got a defensive end with their second pick. You can never take enough defensive. They actually got back-to-back defensive ends. Like, you can't take enough.
Did you say they got a running back?
They got a running back in the 6th from Southern California.
Oh.
I don't know anything about Keontae Ingram, so I really can't speak to that pick.
I don't know.
James probably still gonna be fine.
I mean, yeah, James.
Yeah, James Conner's gonna be nasty, especially with Chase Edmonds being gone. He's the lead back, so I mean, even with Chase Edmonds, he was getting all the touchdowns, man.
I think Marquise is gonna do amazing there. He didn't really fit the Ravens scheme, which sucked because like his first game he had like 7 catches, 144 yards, and 2 touchdowns, and then had a great rookie year, and then like didn't really do much after that. Like he still has good years, but he never got to expand anything after that. They haven't really developed him, so I think Cardinals can get something out of him, definitely.
He's had flashes and he can be great.
He's got speed, speed kills.
Right.
So if he can do everything else, that'll be pretty great. All right, the next team is the Falcons. Pick 1, they got Drake London. Round 1, pick 8, they got Drake London. Round 2, pick 38 from the Giants via the Jets. Via Panthers, they got Arnold Ebiketie, defensive end, Penn State. Round 2, pick 58 from the Titans. They got Troy Anderson, linebacker from Montana State. Round 3, pick 74. They took Desmond Ridder, QB from Cincinnati, second quarterback off the board. That's crazy. Round 3, I like it too, but it was crazy to me at the time. Round 3, pick 82 from Colts. D'Angelo Malone, linebacker from Western Kentucky. Round 5, pick 151. Tyler Algier, running back from BYU. Round 6, pick 190, Justin Schaefer, guard from Georgia. And round 6, pick 213 was their last pick. It was John Fitzpatrick, tight end from Georgia.
Damn.
A plus. Nah.
No.
I say B
plus.
You know what I'm saying? Because
like it started to fall off towards the end.
But like there was the Desmond Ridder. I don't know. There was other quarterbacks on the board that maybe you could have.
Yeah,
Desmond did have the best combine. The only reason that I feel like they went with Desmond Ridder is because he legitimately plays exactly like Marcus Mariota. Mm-hmm. And like if Marcus can help him and then he can become a better Marcus, you know what I mean?
Because Marcus was great in college.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
He just, I don't know, he couldn't do as great.
He was doing all right.
He's very inconsistent.
Tennessee,
that's what sucks.
Yeah,
because like he had great flashes, but it was
never
really high highs
solid.
and really low lows.
Yeah. So I feel like that's the only reason they went with Desmond Ridder.
And they took a
Desmond
linebacker
could be
with the
cool.
pick they got from Matt Ryan.
I really liked Matt Corral, and I think the Panthers got a steal in him. But I mean, we'll get to
completely
that.
agree. Yeah, we'll talk to
right?
that too. So then trading Julio, they got a second round pick in this draft, and then third, they also took the tight end with one of their picks from a trade. Next team would be the Ravens, 2022 draft, and they got Kyle Hamilton with their first pick. He fell all the way to 14, which is insane.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Then they traded up and got a pick from 25 from the Bills and got Linderbaum, the center from Iowa, which is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got round 2, pick 45, David Ojabo
Great.
fell to them.
Great.
Amazing. And then they got Travis Jones, DT from Connecticut, which from everybody's notes were saying if Jordan Davis wasn't in this draft, he would have been the Jordan Davis of this draft, or he would have been the Aaron Donald because he's an athletic freak. So
Right.
that's amazing in the third. Then Daniel Falele, offensive line from Minnesota. He's a 6'8" tackle, so they want to get something with him, you know. Jalen Arbor Davis, pick 119 in the round 4, cornerback from Alabama. That's a great pick.
Mm-hmm.
Round 4, pick 128 from the Cardinals. They picked a tight end, Charlie Kolar from Iowa State. Round 4, pick 130 from the Bills, Jordan Stout, kicker/punter from Penn State. Round 4, pick 139, Isaiah Likely, tight end from Coastal Carolina. And then round 4, pick 141, Demarion Williams, cornerback from Houston. And round 6, pick 196, Tyler Beatty from Missouri, running back. No, that
B.
why did you say a B?
Why?
I say a B because they didn't get a receiver.
They didn't draft a single receiver, and they got rid of Marquise Brown. They don't have Devin Duvernay. What? The only receiver on that team right now is Rashad Bateman.
Is Duvernay hurt?
No, they just let him go.
Draft wise, I give him an A plus though. Not an
Or
A
maybe
plus.
no, I think
A.
it was Miles Boykin that they let go. It might have been.
They should have
Miles
not
Boykin.
let.
There it is.
That's stupid. I liked Miles Boykin.
Yeah.
He was always
Right.
good when he got the ball.
So then it's just literally Rashad Bateman and Devin Duvernay.
Dude, I don't know. All around,
I think draft wise was great,
draft wise.
but
Yeah.
it sucks that they didn't get a receiver. That was the one thing they really needed to get.
And they had
But everything
they had a
else-
lot of picks to
Right.
do it.
They had
Everything
a lot of
else
picks.
was. Really
They did amazing,
solid.
but they had a lot
Yeah.
of chances to pick a
They
receiver.
did do great for the defense. Like that defense is going to be
Yeah,
solid.
it was
Kyle
already
Hamilton,
Right.
Jalen Armour Davis is good.
They just
too.
let
Yeah, that was
whatever
great.
dropped in their
That was
lap,
good.
they
Oh, yeah.
took for real, for real.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give them an A, but it does suck that they.
I'm still gonna say B plus.
And I agree with. I understand why.
Right.
All right, so let's move on to the next one, and that would be the Bills. So pick 23, but they got Kyer Elam, the cornerback from Florida. That's from the trade from the Ravens or from the Cardinals, and I really love that pick.
Yeah.
I wanted the Eagles to get him. And then they got James Cook in the second, running back from Georgia, from the Bengals, pick 63. Then they got Terrell Bernard, linebacker from Baylor, pick 89, round 3. Round 5, they got pick 148 from Bears via the Texans. It was Khalil Shakir, one wide receiver from Boise State. Round 6, pick 180 from Buccaneers. They got Matt Ariaza from San Diego, punter. Round 6, pick 185 from Panthers. They got Christian Benford, the cornerback from Villanova. And round 6, they got pick 209 from the Titans, Luke Tenuta, offensive tackle from Virginia Tech. And round 7, their last pick, they got pick 231 from the Falcons, Balin Spector, linebacker from Clemson.
So, could we go back to that third round pick?
Terrell Bernard, linebacker from Baylor. Or was it the second pick?
No, that was the pick. What pick was that?
Pick
This is
89.
89. If I can remember correctly, I do believe there were quite a few linebackers still on the board that were better than him.
Probably. I was gonna say we got Dean right at 83, so I think they might have probably wanted Dean. And then
Right.
we probably scooped
Right,
him
that,
up.
that
But there
would
was
make
a
sense.
lot of
And then they
insane.
probably just scrambled, but there
Right,
was
there was so many great.
so much.
Did was it Chad Muma go before that, or what's his
I
name?
don't even know.
I guess we'll see. We'll have to see
Yeah.
later. If we see that later,
I forget where Chad Muma went.
So if they picked that guy before him, I'm gonna be upset.
yeah,
But
yeah.
we'll have to talk about it because he could be a beast. We'll see. So Carolina Panthers is the next. They got Ike Okongwu, offensive tackle, pick 6.
What's your grade on that though?
Oh, my
wait,
grade on
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Oh, my apologies. My grade on that, they got a great corner. And
I mean, they don't really need shit.
they don't
In
need
my
shit.
opinion, they don't need shit.
No,
they're
so
a Super Bowl
I wanted
team
them
right
to get
now.
Brees Hall, but James Cook in the second.
Yeah,
Cook's
James
fucking-
Cook's nasty.
yeah.
So yeah, that's a great. They didn't really need
A
shit.
minus, A minus.
because they didn't need shit and they did
A
everything they
minus,
did.
A minus because they don't need anything.
You know, they bettered their team in the great ways. They got tackle, they got 2 linebackers, a receiver,
They
a
did-
running
they
back,
did-
and
in the
2
corner.
corners. Like,
Carry
yeah.
on.
They needed
And a punter. So like they literally
Yeah.
all around had a great draft in
Yeah.
my opinion. Yeah. Okay, and then we'll go to the Panthers. They had pick 6. They had Ike Okongwu from North Carolina State, offensive tackle. I think that's a great pick.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Round 3, pick 94 from Patriots via Chiefs. They got Matt Corral, quarterback from Mississippi. I think
Great
that's a
pick.
steal.
Great pick.
Round 4, pick 120 from the Commanders via Saints. Brandon Smith, linebacker for Penn State. I think
Great
that's a good
pick.
pick. That's a great pick. Round 6, pick 189 from Commanders. Amari Barneau, defensive end from Virginia Tech. And then they got round 6, pick 199 from Raiders. Cade Mays, offensive tackle from Tennessee. And their last pick was pick 242 from the Patriots via Dolphins. It was Kalen Barnes, cornerback from Baylor. And I actually seen a lot of people high on him, so that's crazy that they got him in round 7.
I give that A. Straight A.
I hate to give people A's, so I'm just gonna give that a B plus. I don't want to get everybody in
right.
A.
I'll give it a B plus.
But that was a good draft.
I
There
think
wasn't
it's an
many
A.
picks in it, but
They got what
If
they
Matt
needed.
Corral
They
pans
got-
out, that's
And
Matt
Matt
Corral,
Corral,
yeah,
in my
if
opinion,
he
Matt
pans out,
Corral
that's
was
an A.
the number 1 quarterback going into the draft.
He was.
The
Yeah,
only
yeah,
reason, the only reason he fell was because of his ankle.
You're right.
But then if you watched his pro day, that man was rolling out. He was
He was
running
perfectly
around
fine,
like
yeah.
he never happened,
Yeah.
and he was right back to what he was doing. So I think Matt Corral's gonna come out and just fire shit up, man.
Yeah. Do you think he'll be starting by the time the season comes, or do you think he'll be mid-season?
It depends. It
Wait,
depends on
who's
how.
the other dude there?
It's Sam
Sam
Darnold.
Darnold.
Now, did you guys see their
Sam's playing like
their
shit towards
coach
that.
is
So garbage. He was getting.
Their
So
coach
the
is
end of the
Joe-
season, he was playing like
Is their
dog
coach
shit.
Joe Judge?
Joe.
It's the old Giants coach.
Matt Rule.
Oh, it was the offensive coordinator. Whoever the offensive coordinator is the old Giants coach. And he said in the interview the other day that he was, without a doubt, that Sam Darnold was their guy.
Sam is our starting quarterback, yes.
And then 5 minutes later, he was looking back and then said, "I shouldn't have said that."
You know, one of the things I've been working on is being better talking to you people. So, you know, announcing the starting quarterback here, I just put my foot in the mouth. So that wasn't something I should have said.
How do you say that in front of everybody with all those cameras in front of you?
Right.
He's like, "Yeah, actually, I should take that back." Like, that's horrible. So I don't know. I think they'll probably give Sam Darnold a few games.
Yeah,
the second
they'll-
he messes
yeah,
up,
as soon as he
and
messes up, he's
Corral's
out.
healthy, they're throwing him right in.
Yeah.
They have a dirty offense,
Yeah, they do.
so I think they'll be perfectly fine with him.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
move on to the next team. So the next team is the Chicago Bears. So they didn't have a first. Round 2, pick 39, they got Kyler Gordon, cornerback from Washington. I don't really know much about him. I know he was actually high rated for a few people, and it sucks
Yeah.
because Booth would have been right before them a few picks later that they just got taken. So I'm sure they would have wanted him if he would fallen. Next pick though, they got Jaquan Brisker, safety from Penn State with 48, which I wanted him at 51, so that's a great pick for them. Pick 3 or round 3, pick 71, they got Velas Jones, wide receiver from Tennessee. Round 5, pick 168 from Bills, Braxton Jones, offensive tackle from Southern Utah. Round 5, pick 174 from Bengals, Dominique Robinson, defensive end from Miami, Ohio. That's great value at pick for round 5. Round 6, pick 186, they got Zachary Thomas, O-line from San Diego State. That's actually great value as well. Round 6, pick 203 from Bills, Treston Ebner, running back from Baylor. I don't know much about him. Round 6, pick 207 from Texans via 49ers via Jets, Doug Kramer, center from Illinois. Round 7, pick 226 from Bengals via Giants, Jahir Carter, off the tackle for Southern. Right. Round 7, pick 254 from Rams, Elijah Hicks, safety from California. Round 7, pick 255 from Rams. Their final pick, Trenton Gill, punter from North Carolina State. So they traded their first round and their fourth round selections in this draft, combined with the first and the fifth round selections in 2021 to the Giants, and they used that pick to select Justin Fields last year, so that's why they didn't have a first this year.
Okay. is decent. I'd give it probably like a B minus.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I feel like, if I remember correctly, I feel like there was still some pretty decent linemen on the board when they picked that corner in the second round.
Yeah, I would have picked a lineman for Justin any day.
Exactly, and there was a lot of good corners still left on the board after that guy. Like, I didn't even know much about him. Like, I'm not trying to poop on him.
No,
or
he's
probably
from Washington. Washington corners, the only one that's really done bad lately is Sidney Jones. Like, and that's because he tore his Achilles in the draft.
Washington normally makes good corners, so like I wouldn't doubt that he's good or anything like that. I'm just saying that they really need to protect Justin. And that was not the way to go about it. It's just wait till the third round.
Their first offensive tackle was picked round 5.
Round 5.
Like,
they waited to get.
Now,
they waited to
which
get a
sucks because they
round
had
5.
round 2, round 3, round 5, and then it was 5, 6, 6, 6, 7, 7, 7.
Right.
Which sucks, but
now they got some pretty decent like deep draft line.
Right.
But that's why they get a B minus is because
I agree.
You didn't draft Bernard Raymond or anything.
I'm gonna give them
a
a C because they needed to protect Justin. He was running for his life the whole season.
Yeah.
People were dogging on him like he was a bust. He's not a bust, but when you're running for your life, as soon as you catch the ball,
For the ball, and here's Justin Fields for his second series. Pressure up the middle, and he is still up and now down he goes.
anybody that does that's gonna be screwed.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is, I want to give it a C plus. I really do.
Yeah.
I think I will.
Yeah,
I was about to say C plus.
You're right. And that receiver, I don't really know him, so I feel like I picked 71. There was definitely better people available. I could be wrong, but I will see.
Right. Because I do like the Jaquan Brisker. I do like the deep round offensive lineman, but like I said, they're deep round offensive linemen for a reason.
Yeah. Although the Dominique Gregory, the pick defensive
I like
lineman
the
from Miami.
Rodriguez.
Oh, that one is a steal.
I like
That's
I like that. It's a big dude.
They did bolster up their defense a little bit, but I mean, they got Brisker in my opinion because Eddie Jones is their safety, right? He had that amazing season and then didn't do shit since. like the year they almost went to the Super Bowl, he got paid and literally has been. Or Eddie Jackson.
Eddie Jackson, that's right, yeah. And he's literally been kind of dog shit since, and he's the one that gives up every big play they have. It's him, and it sucks because like they still have to pay him that much money.
Right.
So yeah, to get him in the second round, that's great. That's a cheaper contract for me.
Oh yeah.
Next team is the Bengals. Their first pick was 31. They got Daxton Hill, safety from Michigan. It says safety, but he played nickel, corner. He played every position.
Daxton's
I think he's gonna play
versatile.
like strong safety, like almost a replacement for Vaughn, but we don't want to replace Vaughn. You know what I'm saying? We like how we want to play him. We don't want to put him at corner because we drafted another corner for one.
Yeah.
And
you drafted
then yeah, so we got a lot of corners.
We got Tyson Anderson too.
Yeah, from Toledo.
Yeah.
Is he a safety?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of secondary players. So whoever can play that corner spot is going to play that corner.
My thing is with the players you drafted, they can be multiple positions.
Yeah, they're positional players.
Tyson could be the next what's your guys' Jesse Bates.
Yeah.
He could be the next Jesse Bates if he trains him, and he could also be.
And the thing is, if Jesse just
corner.
signs one more contract, he can leave after that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we franchise tagged him too.
Right.
So because we got.
Did you guys pay him yet?
We franchise tagged him.
Yeah, but
I don't think
So next year, it's either this year or
So
it'll probably be the end of the season if they do, depending on.
He's gonna play on the franchise tag
for this season.
So like. Hopefully, I mean, if he just plays this season, I'll be fine.
I'm not even sure how.
At least give them young, huh?
I'm not sure how old Jesse Bates is.
He's not too old.
He's not too old.
I think he's like 28.
I'll look it up. You keep
Okay,
going through.
sounds good. All right, so next pick was pick 60 from Bills via Buccaneers. Cam Taylor-Britt, cornerback from Nebraska. That's not too bad.
That's pretty decent.
Round 3, pick 95, Zach Carter, D-line from Florida. Florida was great defensively like 3 years ago, and then their coordinator took him to shit.
Mm-hmm.
So he could be great. I don't really know.
Yeah,
Round 4, pick 136, Cordell Volsters. I said Round 3, pick 95 was Zach Carter, D-line, Florida. Round 4, pick 136, Cordell Volson, O-line, North Dakota State. You can't have enough, ever have enough O-line depth.
Yeah.
Round 5, pick 166 from Bears via Texans via Eagles via the Cardinals. Tyson Anderson, safety from Toledo. That's a steal.
I like
And
that.
the 5th, that is amazing.
The Toledo boy is fire, bro.
Yeah, and
That's
the
such a
5th is amazing.
Yeah,
though,
that's
'cause
what
he
I'm
was supposed to
saying.
go in the 3rd.
Third, yeah.
3rd at the latest. Like, and then the next pick is their last pick, round 7, pick 252, Jeffrey Gunner.
I like
Coastal
grabbing
Carolina.
another defensive fucking lineman just in
yeah.
case
Yeah, Zach
Trey
Carter.
or
That's what
Sam
I'm
need a
saying.
break.
There's
From
been
Florida,
injuries,
usually
you know what I'm
Florida's
saying? Yeah.
defensive players are some dogs. They're
Yeah, because Trey was fucking working in the playoffs.
Oh,
last
yeah.
year, dude.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
he was,
you're right.
But he was on the sideline fucking dying. Like, so yeah.
So what's
I
your
like
grade?
that.
What's your grade?
I give that an A, bro. We didn't have many picks. We don't really need much on offensive end, so I like how we did pick offensively. That's really what
Yeah.
my main
You know
thing
your
is.
team best, so I'm gonna disagree with you.
I'm,
Saying
yeah,
it's an A.
I'm gonna say A minus if you wanna, you know.
Right. Yeah.
And then it's like, with injuries coming back, we got depth.
Yeah,
We had
that's-
good
yeah.
linebackers
We're in
last
the
year.
Super Bowl last year,
Yeah.
so it's like
We had good linebackers.
any
and now we
pieces
got-
you can add to that team
Yeah.
is great. So
without even paying no money.
exactly, they're all cheap.
Because Joseph Hassan can probably play up or down. I want him to play down.
I want him to play down.
I want him
he
to play
should be
down on the
playing
D
on the
end.
edge.
He should be like your
Or even the
overall-
D tackle with fucking Sam. Or Sam's
Right.
a big dude.
When
though.
you guys have 3 down, he's
Yeah.
one of them.
But
Yeah.
like, bro, them are speed guys. Speed
Absolutely.
guys.
Speed
up there.
kills.
Yeah.
All right, next team is the Browns. They had no first. Their second. They had round 2, pick 68 from Texans. They got Martin Emerson, cornerback from Mississippi State. Round 3, pick 78, Alex Wright, defensive end from UAB. Round 3, pick 99. It was a resolution pick. They got David Bell, wide receiver from Purdue. I like that.
I like
pick.
that pick too.
And then in the round 4, they got Perrion Winfrey, defensive tackle from Oklahoma with 108, which is a great value pick.
Yeah.
Round 4, pick 124 from Texans via Eagles. They picked a kicker, Cade York from LSU. I think that's kind of ridiculous in the 4th.
Yeah.
Round 4, pick 156 from Vikings via Ravens. They got Jerome Ford, running back from Cincy. I like that one.
Yeah.
Round 6, they got pick 202 from the Cowboys, Mike Woods, wide receiver from Oklahoma. And round 7, pick 223 from Lions, Isaiah Thomas, defensive end from Oklahoma. That's amazing value. Round 7, pick 246 from Bills, Dawson Deaton, offensive line from Texas Tech. So yeah, they sent their 1st and 4th in exchange for Watson, obviously. And they sent the 1st of 2023 and 2024 in the deal as well. They received 2024 5th round selection from Houston as part of the deal.
Did they get any receivers?
Yeah.
They got Mike Woods in the 6th and David Bell in the 3rd, and I think the David Bell pick was great.
The David Bell.
David
pick
Bell's
was-
from Michigan, right?
No,
Purdue.
Purdue. Oh.
Yeah, they got David Bell.
Oh, that David Bell.
Purdue, he's a dog,
Yeah,
bro.
David's good.
So all around B.
I'm gonna give
Okay.
it because you can't really
All
like.
around.
I don't really know who Martin Emerson
Like
is.
day one, like
There's-
first day, nah.
I'm not sure if they figured it out yet, and maybe that's why they didn't draft. They might just address it in free agency or something. But I feel like there's something wrong with their defense. You know, like their D line is good,
Well,
their corners are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be the linebackers. I mean,
Yeah,
like
you're
they,
right.
they do have like good talent coming up because they have JOK.
JOK
is
did
good.
great after he fell late in the draft.
Right.
They have Anthony Walker.
Anthony Walker.
Yeah,
not
Anthony
Mike.
Walker from. Yeah, they got rid of the linebacker from Alabama. They had JOK, Anthony Walker, Taki.
Taki.
Taki's
Sion, yeah, Tony Fields, and then Willie Harvey and Jacob Phillips. So they definitely need linebackers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna give them a B. They definitely need a backer though,
B.
because
B.
their defense is too
C.
good and has too many good players to do as bad. Like, give up the bad plays they do.
C plus.
C+ is cool.
It is because they didn't get a backer. I can see it.
C plus.
That's a big need.
Right,
And I mean the wide receiver they picked. I mean David Bell's a good pick. Don't get me wrong, but he's questionable to train.
Yeah,
Like
you're right.
be able to transition to the
Yeah,
NFL.
you're right. You're absolutely right. So it just depends. I like Donovan Peoples-Jones. He was great. And
Yeah,
then the second I
DPJ
picked
is
him,
good, and
the
Amari
second I
Cooper's
picked him-
still
The
good.
second I picked him up though is once he did horrible. It was like he had like 3 great weeks. I
Right.
picked him up. He did shit. I dropped him. He did great for 2 more weeks. So it's a hit or miss with him.
Yeah.
But it was because of Baker. Baker
You're
wasn't
right.
throwing it to him.
He was
That dude had like 3 targets and 2
Yeah.
catches every
Right.
game, if that.
He had some issues like that though with inconsistency at Michigan. As I say, my stepdad was a Michigan fan, so I always
Right.
had to hear him bitching about it.
He
was
had a
beast.
problem with drops.
So yeah, I was gonna say you're too big to be dropping like that.
Yeah.
The next team is the Dallas Cowboys. Oh yeah, you said we got all of our grades.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make
BBC.
sure. 24, Tyler Smith.
Time out. We gotta cut that out. We gotta cut that out the video.
What'd you just say?
Pause. What did he say? Or you talking about me?
No, I'm talking about me.
You say ABC?
No, I said BBC.
So next pick in the draft was not next pick in the draft.
Next team.
Next team, Dallas Cowboys. So their first pick was Tyler Smith from Tulsa or Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That shit always confused me.
The only thing I
picked
have
24.
to say about him is he had a lot of holding penalties, which now that team also led the country or nation in holding penalties.
And
or
at
in
the,
penalties in general.
at the same time, though, he was number 1 or the number 1 guard in the draft.
Yeah.
But he was a tackle, and he had just transitioned to guard.
Right.
So
which I
like
get that.
in his defense, I mean, he did just transfer to guard, but at
Yeah.
the same time, you gotta know better than
No,
that to be
you gotta
holding
know.
something.
No, absolutely. I think it's great because he could be the successor to Tyrod.
guard though.
Yeah, I don't
Right.
know. He
But
just
why
wasn't
hold
bowling.
it?
I don't know, man. He was probably just freaking out because he's in a new position.
Yeah.
But I like it, but I don't like it because Jermaine Johnson was still there at 20. He got taken 2 picks.
Yeah,
later.
yeah,
And
that's
like
true.
he was a joke to get taken like at 9. I thought that was ridiculous. But at 24, you should take him when you just lost. They just lost
but
their
at the
edge
next
rusher.
pick though, they picked Sam Williams.
I know,
Yeah.
but they just lost.
Type shit. So.
They just lost Demarcus Lawrence, so I feel like if you want, you gotta get the next best pass rusher you can get.
Yeah.
Randy Gregory plays for the Broncos now too.
Exactly. So they literally like,
Right.
who they got?
Right.
But then next pick they got Jalen Tolbert from South Alabama.
I like
at
that
pick
pick.
88.
Yeah, he was a
that's a
sleeper
good
for me,
ass
and
pick.
I wanted the Lions to get him in like the 3rd.
Good ass pick.
Yeah, that's a
Type
great
shit.
pick because he started shooting up the draft boards at
Towards the end of the year.
Yeah, and he's what 6'3", 2 something I
I
think.
believe.
Next pick after that, Jake Ferguson from Wisconsin, tight end at pick 129. I mean, grab a tight end. Shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
They got Dalton.
They got Dalton Schultz. but
I saw a lot of people having them high on their boards for tight ends.
Yeah.
Can't have enough tight ends.
Like that. North Dakota State, Matt Will Tosco.
I'm not sure how.
His last name is mad weird.
I'm looking at it right now. I don't know.
Matt
Let's go. Let's go.
Matt, well, let's go. Baby. All right. But yeah, they picked him up at 155. Lineman, you need it because you just lost one. Deron Bland from Fresco State, quarterback, at 167. It's cool. LSU, Damon Clark at 176.
That was it. Round 5. That's
Round
great.
5?
That's
That
a
late?
steal.
That
That's
late?
That's
Dude,
amazing.
Okay. So
Now,
the only
he's a
thing,
safety that
And he's a
became
backer,
linebacker.
too.
the only thing about Damone Clark, like he's gonna be great. The only thing is his recovery time. He had spine surgery, so he's probably gonna be out the entire
Which
first
is all right.
season.
That's
Which
okay.
is okay.
Which is okay
You know
because
what I'm
he's
saying? We're just going
because
to
next year is gonna be insane for them, or like the year after this is
Yeah.
gonna be insane for them once Damone can actually play.
Absolutely.
Pick after that, they got John Ridgway from Arkansas, D tackle at 178.
Big dude.
Big ass dude. Devin Harper was their last pick from Oklahoma State, linebacker. I like the linebacker picks right now. You know what I'm saying?
I
I'm
do,
not really-
because
especially that late. And I don't really think
Yeah,
he's-
because like there's not who else you can take.
yeah, but
And their linebackers are pretty inconsistent, and they just got rid of the one from Notre Dame last year.
yeah, it's like
And the other one.
bring him in and give him some like
Who's the guy with the
redshirt
neck
play
roll?
time.
Who's the guy with the neck roll?
Leighton Vander Esch.
Yeah, he's
Vander
been
West,
getting
how that
worse.
nigga nodding, bro.
That
Yeah,
boy
he's getting
nasty.
bad
He was
and worse
nasty,
every
but
year.
yeah,
So.
he's old. So.
Yeah. What do y'all grade that? Don't be on there, please. So what y'all give them? I mean,
Jalen Tolbert was a great pick.
they
B minus.
Yeah.
Maybe C plus.
I'm an Eagles fan and I'll give him a B. That's
B
a B.
minus. B
Yeah.
minus on that. You know, they
minus,
adjust
C
a few
plus
things.
area.
I like how they adjusted the defense, but
Yeah, but I mean, there was still some players on the board that they could have gotten that were better.
yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah,
they
they're
still
reaching
addressed
a little
mostly
bit.
what they needed. So
Reaching a little bit, especially in the early picks.
right, right. So I'm gonna B minus.
Yeah.
So next team after that would be the Denver Broncos. So they didn't have a first round pick. Did they? No. So their second pick, they picked Nick Benito, edge from Oklahoma. Something like that.
I do like that.
That's pretty decent.
So Greg
Dulcich.
Oh,
from UCLA.
Greg Dulcich.
Dulcich.
Yeah.
Tight end. I like that, bro. Give
He's
that boy
nasty.
Russ more
He is
weapons.
nasty.
Give Russ more weapons. Oh God.
Oh yeah.
Damari Mathis from Pitt, cornerback at 115. Iyama
Uzuriki.
Uzuriki.
That's a great pick. They got him and
Big D tackle boy
from
from
before.
Iowa.
Hey, he's Iowa State.
Iowa State.
Yeah.
He's a big ass dude. You know them. You know
Iowa State boys, some big boys.
Yeah. No, Iowa State boys.
Don't matter what side of the line.
They got steroids in them
Oh,
corners.
I swear to God, I
God,
gotta have
cornfields,
something,
bro.
man.
I don't know what's going on out there.
Even in high school, bro, going out to like the country.
Tight end.
That water,
defensive
bro.
line,
I don't know
bro.
what it
It's
They're
something
crazy.
different. Maybe it's the well water.
Yeah, it's the real water. So then after that, they picked up another Oklahoma boy from a safety, Delarney Turner. Yeah, I don't know. Is that how you say his first name? Delarney.
I think it's Delaren.
Delaren.
One of the two.
Delaren. Yeah. Montrell Washington from Samford, receiver at 162. Luke Wattenberg from Washington, a center at 171. Matt Henningsen from Wisconsin at 206, and Faion Hicks from Wisconsin as well at 232. He's a corner as well. Shit. I mean, they addressed.
Yeah, they drafted
lot
the
of
tight
shit.
end because they traded Font or
yeah.
Noah, so they needed
Yeah.
a tight end.
And Greg Dulcich was probably one of the best tight ends.
Yeah, I'm
you
sure
could
he was.
grab.
I don't know who was available at the time, but I'm sure it was him. He was the
Right.
best
Type
there.
shit.
He could have.
They got a corner. They got.
They got
really
got
first
safety,
tight end.
Really
they got
hit every
receiver,
position.
O-line, DT. Like
They
yeah,
hit every single position.
yeah, so I'll give them a B plus because they did hit. They got every position.
And then
It
I was
just
gonna
depends
say
how
like
it-
they addressed everything else in free agency.
Free agency.
So I'll give it a B because it could be a B plus. And they got
I'll give it
Yeah, I'll give it a B.
I'll give it a B plus or A minus, to be honest with you. So we're gonna try to pick. Next team we have the Detroit Lions. First pick, second pick of the first round. They picked Michigan edge Aiden Hutchinson. I fuck with that pick heavy.
Yeah, I really didn't think he was gonna
I
be
was-
there.
I was really hoping he would land in there
I was
with their
hoping
hands,
so.
and they did.
Yeah, I'm happy for you.
I'm so happy about that.
Then with the 12th pick in the first round, they traded up from having the 31st pick.
Well, yeah, 32nd.
32nd pick. They,
And who'd they trade up with? Was it the Eagles?
The Vikings.
The Vikings, that's right.
Vikings.
Vikings.
Yep. And they got Jamison Williams from Alabama.
Yes,
I love that pick right
It's
there.
a great pick
Great.
if their quarterback can get him the ball downfield.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Josh Pascal from Kentucky, D tackle at 46.
So
Kirby
good.
Joseph from Illinois, safety at 97. James Michelle, tight end, Virginia Tech.
James Mitchell.
James Mitchell.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I said Michelle. My bad. At 177. Malcolm Rodriguez from Oklahoma
Great.
State, linebacker.
Yeah.
I like that pick heavy, bro.
Round
Need that on.
six.
Y'all
Yeah,
need that on
round
D.
6.
Y'all need that on D, bro.
Yeah.
Yes. James Houston from fucking
Oh,
Jackson
that's
State.
a great pick
From
too.
Jackson State,
Yeah,
bro.
from Jackson State.
Jackson
That's-
State is fine,
Yeah,
man.
he used to go to Florida,
Yeah,
and
bro.
he's a big dude.
Yeah.
He's a great edge rusher.
I actually, I'll be watching the Dion things and shit.
I watch it when you watch
it.
it.
Huh?
I watched it. I watched it.
When I watch him, the Barstool shits, dude. He's a monster, though.
Yeah, he's so sweet.
And he's a really like calm dude for us.
Yeah.
But he's explosive on the field. And then with your guys' last pick at 237, you guys picked Chase Lucas, cornerback from Arizona State. I think y'all need to address that secondary. So I fuck with that pick, especially if he can be something good.
Right. And the thing is like
you got Kirby Jones.
Aaron Glenn is an insane secondary coach.
Amani
Oruwariye completely stepped up this season.
He had a great season.
So like it's shown already that Aaron Glenn can like
really
actually
coach.
bring corners along.
Really coach. So I like.
And Jerry Jacobs was undrafted.
Right. I like how you guys address the defense like crazy. D line. Yeah. You got one linebacker, which I think you guys should probably try to grab one more in free agency if possible.
Yeah. Well, we did pick up Chris Board from the Ravens, and he's more of like a coverage linebacker.
Yeah.
But I think we need more like, actual big linebackers like a Derek Barnes. Like Derek Barnes we need to start that man. That man's huge. Yeah. We also got Jared Davis back.
Ooh. Yeah, I was surprised you guys re-signed him because he's been inconsistent too. Like he had a great rookie year and then like fell off after that.
Right.
I remember when they got him, everybody was like, "That's the linebacker of the future."
Yeah.
But he still hits.
He does.
He's a great run stopper. That's the one thing he's been good at.
He can produce at times, so he'll be all right.
I know what you got now.
But like, I think with this draft, it not only gave Jared like a no excuse year.
Yeah,
meaning
really,
like
seriously.
Like he came in to be a bridge quarterback, and I think he knows he came in to be a bridge quarterback. He only has 2 years on his contract. So this is the year where you give him no excuses. You have Jamison Williams, DJ Shark, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Quintez Cephas.
If he balls out, he could be here.
His old buddy Josh Reynolds. Like you have the receivers, you have the running backs with you. Like you
can
this
do
is
something. So what would you guys give the lines?
I give him
A+.
No, I give him an A.
I give him A.
I wish they would have gotten a corner earlier.
Yeah.
But I understand.
I could drop it down to an A just because we could have used another linebacker, but the one linebacker,
that's more my A-.
They could be looking at something different in their linebacker room that I'm not seeing.
46 pick is insane.
Yeah, Josh Paschal. They had great value at every draft
Malcolm
pick.
Rodriguez was insane. The James Houston round 6 insane. Like
yeah.
So the next team is the Green Bay Packers. First pick, they picked Quad Walker from Georgia, linebacker.
That was really
that
early.
Was yeah, it was
really early.
But they must have been in love with him. That must have been their guy to take him that early.
Right. I like really most of the Georgia defensive boys.
Right, you can't go wrong with any of them.
Devontae Watt.
Yeah, Wyatt. He can play DN and defense tackle.
From Georgia as well. 2 back-to-back Georgia boys. I like that.
Yeah, no, I like the Devontae. I thought they were going to
Because I thought you would have go Devontae first.
I thought that was going to be their pick already. Their first pick was going to be Devontae. Right, exactly.
Next pick was Christian Watson from fucking North Dakota State.
That was
receiver.
Caleb loved that one.
Yeah. Sean Ryan from UCLA, old tackle from at 92. I mean, good pick, I guess.
Yeah, that's all right.
Romeo Doubs.
Doubs,
from Nevada. Address that receiver room, bro. Y'all love Devontae, bro.
They thought they were gonna get a lot, eh?
That man's fast.
Zach Tom from Wake Forest at 140. Kingsley Ingber?
I don't know how to say that one.
I apologize. I don't know how to say that one either.
Enegbear, that sounds
right. Linebacker from South Carolina at 179. I mean, linebackers, bro.
See, mine says either DN, so that must mean he plays OLB or he's a rush. He can do both. So versatility in the 5th, I'll take it.
Yeah. Tarquise Carpenter, Georgia Tech linebacker at 228. Jonathan Ford, Miami D tackle at 234. Rashard Walker, Penn State O tackle at 249. And Samari, how you say his name?
Samari Torrey.
I feel like this dude's a big dude from
All right.
Nebraska. Samari Torrey at
I'll look
258.
it up.
Okay, but yeah, I think they definitely addressed the linebacker room, which I fuck with, and adding all those receivers, even at your last pick, getting a receiver, bro.
All
Because
around.
receivers,
that.
bro. Yeah, receivers, dude. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of people that could play. So it's like,
I'll
this is a
say-
big dude. You know what I mean?
I'll say B+ for them. Only because I would have rather seen them take like a tackle or an offensive
Well, they took
lineman.
a few
Like
tackles.
no. I'm talking
really?
about like where they picked Quay Walker.
Yeah.
They could have waited on Quay Walker.
They could have.
And there was
But
a
the-
bunch of other linebackers they could have
Oh,
taken.
yeah.
I would have rather seen
It
them
might
take
have
Troy
changed the
Anderson
whole-
over Quay
Yeah,
Walker.
seriously.
It might have changed the whole fucking setup.
Right.
Right.
If they didn't grab Quay Walker, then
They probably. Yeah.
There
but
was
that's the
something
thing.
that happened that they probably just didn't get a player that they wanted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
probably had to completely
Which is
switch
crazy,
up
but
their
that's the
draft.
thing. I still thought they would have gone Devontae their first pick. So the second the fact that they got him in their second pick in the first
it's
round is
crazy.
insane.
They
That-
dropped
that's
down
awesome.
that low.
Because I think they were expecting Chris Olave and Treylon Burks.
No.
And
I think they were
neither
expecting
those
one of them. I
happened.
think they were
Burks.
expecting one of them at least.
Where did Burks?
I was about to say that.
Burks went
Tennessee.
18 to Tennessee.
Tennessee. Dude.
Traded AJ Brown and got the comp on AJ
Treylon
Brown.
and Malik Willis.
That young AJ Brown. What are you giving? What are you
Samari
giving?
Torrey was a 6'3" receiver. 6'3"
Yeah,
he
I've
was
seen
he was a
him.
beast. He's from Nebraska.
Because Nebraska, as soon as I seen the Nebraska boy, I was,
He was number 3. He was a beast for them.
so yeah.
He was killing us.
Yeah, I think he could possibly be a potential starter as well. Shit, maybe even at the 2
Highway
or
speed in the
slight
7th round, you can't go wrong.
slot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I'll give him a B+.
I'll give him a
They got some O-line, they got some defense, they got 2 Georgia boys, and having 2 of the same players on the same team, like they're gonna hold each other
Chemistry.
accountable, man.
Yes, sir. Next pick we have the Houston Texans. Their first pick, 3rd overall, they picked Derek Stingley from LSU, defensive back.
Now that was a reach. I don't think it's a reach. He could have been farther,
could've-
but
it
for his
wasn't a-
potential is
Yeah,
through the
right,
roof. So if he
right.
goes back to his form in 2019, where he
They
was
should
the
have
best
took
corner.
Sauce Gardner.
They
if
should have
were gonna
taken a
take
Sauce
corner,
if they were
though.
gonna take a corner.
Right.
But
I mean,
he could
Derek
be- he
Stingley's
could-
a close second.
He
so
could be
he-
like 2 years, 3 years from now. We could
He
say
could
he's
be
better than
Sauce.
Sauce. We don't know.
Right. Exactly. It just depends.
Yeah. Second pick they picked Keon Green from Texas A&M, offensive lineman. I like that pick.
They did reach a little bit for him,
But
but
he's gonna go in the
But
20s.
he was gonna. Yeah, I
He
was
was
gonna
gonna
say
go-
he
It's
would
not
have.
that big of a reach.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as Gardner
Right.
and Derek Stingley.
Jalen Petrie,
I
Baylor
love
safety.
that pick. I hated that they
37.
took him because I was just
Yeah.
as soon as I opened up the draft, I was like, I wonder where Jalen Petrie's gonna go because I wanted him or I wanted Brisker, and then instantly he went, and then Brisker went 9 or 11 picks later.
Yep.
Bro. Yeah. Then John Mechie, I like that from
I love
Alabama
that.
wide
John
receiver at
Mechie.
44.
They couldn't get Jamison Williams, so they had to get John Means.
I like that.
That's a great pick.
Yes, sir. Christian Harrison from Alabama linebacker
That's
at
a great
75.
pick.
Oh yeah, that's
pick.
nasty.
Damon Pierce, Florida running back at 107.
That dude's a bowling
Oh,
ball.
that
That's
shit
an
is-
amazing
yeah.
pick.
It was all them Florida boys beat. I don't know, their defense has been a little lax though.
It's their coordinator. They need to get a new coach or something,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Thomas
they did get rid of
Booker
him, actually.
from Stanford, defensive tackle at 150. Tegan Cortiano.
We'll go with it.
Cortiano from Oregon State, tight end, 170. And Austin DeLucas from LSU, offensive tackle at 205 for the last pick.
I think they had a great draft, actually. I didn't have them in my original list of winners, but now, looking at it,
Looking at it because of the John Mechie and the Christian Harrison.
the
I mean,
Stingley's a reach, but
Stingley
it's still a great
big,
corner.
yeah,
Right.
It's still a
he's
great
gonna
corner.
be clinched.
He's still their starting
regardless.
corner.
For
And then
reaching,
Keon-
I give him an A minus.
Yeah, literally.
But
I will give him a
But-
B plus.
It could be A plus.
B plus,
A
it could be
at
A
the
plus,
end of the
but-
season.
yeah.
Dude. Like
Right.
that's
B
the
plus
crazy
right
thing.
now.
right, but they addressed many needs that they needed. Obviously, they needed everything.
They got a guard, they
But
got a
it's like-
safety, a new receiver, a new linebacker, another
Whoever
running
they
back.
got was still good in their positions. It just may not have been like
Yeah, you're right.
the person maybe we wanted them to take. But they again, different coaches see different things in different players.
You gotta.
And
You gotta
especially
be there.
if they
You
took
gotta be
if they
there.
took Stingley at 3 over Sauce, they must have felt
Right.
Clearly,
at the
yeah,
draft
must have clearly
process.
fucked with them. Next team would be the Indianapolis Colts. Their first pick was Cincinnati wide receiver Alec Pierce at 53. They didn't have a first round pick. Second pick, Jelani Woods.
Yeah.
Jelani Woods.
Jelani Woods. From Virginia.
That's a
a
good
tight
pick.
end. Good ass
Yeah.
pick. Bernard Raymond, Central Michigan O tackle. 77.
So he went
Fuck with that.
77.
He dropped that low.
What was the guy that we had a problem with that was a lineman, or was it a linebacker we were talking about? Because we said if somebody took...
Wait, who'd they take?
They took Raymond at
Raymond at
77.
77.
Bernard Raymond.
And we were talking about another team earlier that we said...
Bernard Raymond's a lineman.
I know, we were talking about a lineman too that got taken.
80,
Yeah.
80 something, 83.
We were talking about a bunch of different people who had
Okay,
taken
it was
linemen.
89.
It was like 80 something.
Okay, so then Raymond was off the board. I just wanted to make sure he was off their board.
Yeah, I think it was. Who was it? Was it
We'll figure it out later.
We'll figure it out.
someone took a linebacker?
Nick Cross from Maryland, safety at 96. Like that pick. Eric Johnson from Missouri State, D tackle at 159. Andrew Ogletree from Youngstown State, tight end at 192. Curtis Brooks from Cincinnati, D tackle at 216. And Rodney Thomas, Yale DB at 239 for their
Oh
last
yeah,
pick.
it was the Cowboys. They took Raymond, who could have been in the first. They took that guard from whatever his name is.
No, that's not what we were talking about. It wasn't him. It wasn't that.
It was
It
earlier
was.
too.
Yeah, it was really.
Zach Smith.
No, it was Troy Smith. The tackle they took.
Yeah.
They took
that's-
him at 24, and Raymond should have. been
Yeah,
in the
but
first.
no, I didn't.
Oh.
That's not what I was mad about. It was someone else.
I was saying that was bad because they reached that. That's ridiculous. That was
What do y'all give the Colts though?
It was literally the Packers who took Quay Walker first round, and they could have. Where did Bernard Raymond?
Well, that's D tackle. That's defense.
No. I know, but I'm talking about that. That was what I was mad about. They should have took an offensive lineman in the
Right.
first
Yeah,
round,
but
like
we're
Bernard
talking-
Raymond.
Then that's horrible either way. That's horrible on the Cowboys and the Packers for not taking Raymond.
Right.
Fuck it though. What do y'all give Colts grading wise? I give them a C minus.
I need to go back to it before I say anything because
I don't really think they grabbed anybody, but
did they
Maybe
take a
Cross.
QB? They didn't take a QB
No,
for
they
the
didn't.
future. I don't know about that. Alec Pierce could be pretty great for them at round 2. They needed a new receiver because Ty is going. He's getting older. They lost Zach Pascal, which was like a reliable 600 yards every year for them.
yeah.
So I don't know. And they got a new tight end, Jelani Woods. They always like their tight ends. They need a new tight end.
Yeah, they need.
Their tight
They
ends
got
are
two
only
tight
getting older.
ends.
Right. Raymond in the third, that's great value. Nick
Yeah,
Cross in the
that's
third is
great
great value. So I'm gonna give him a B plus.
Too many people passed on Bernard.
Yeah, Curtis Brooks in the sixth, that's insane.
Yeah. So yeah, C minus on that.
They had a great late.
Why do you say C
late
minus?
round.
Because I don't really
The later
think
it
they
got,
grabbed
the
anybody.
better it got. But
I don't know. I think
grabbing
getting-
Nick Cross late.
I'll give him a
I
C
think
plus.
getting Raymond 77 alone is a great
Yeah,
rate there.
Raymond 77.
That's a
gives you
first round
lot.
pick right there.
That's where
that they
you get
got.
my
They
C
didn't-
at.
Because they didn't have, but my seeing of it is they didn't have a first round pick and they got a first round
First round
lineman with
lineman.
their third round.
Yeah,
pick.
yeah,
Their
that's
second, third
that's
round
good.
pick. That's insane.
That's what you mean. Yeah.
So that's why I give them an A.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'd still give him like a B minus.
Okay.
Cause
Works with it.
well, no, I feel like I want to give him a C plus because they just weren't aggressive enough.
Yeah.
I feel like they need another receiver. Who
They're
they have?
never aggressive enough. I mean,
Michael
shit, they've had
Pittman
the most
and
money for years.
did they even re-sign T.Y. Hilton?
No, they're not going to. As I said, they have him on. I think like one more deal. One
He's
more year.
super old.
Yeah, he's
so
really
it's
old.
like
And he's been getting hurt.
they need receivers, and I mean they have Paris Campbell, but I mean
He's been hurt.
he's been hurt every single season he's came in, and he's a good receiver. I want to see him succeed because even with Carson Wentz when he was in, Carson wasn't giving him the damn ball because he can't throw
Carson's
past fucking
fucking
40
trash.
yards.
Carson's fucking
And the
trash.
balls that he could, like he magically threw maybe like a 60-yard or something, boom, Paris was there. I know Paris had like a 70-yard touchdown at one point, but
Yeah, I like Alec Pierce in the second, but I'm sure there was probably somebody better too at the time.
yeah.
52 seems like that.
Because
was
at
way
that
far
point, you're basically drafting another Paris Campbell.
Right, exactly. And if the first one didn't work out, what makes you think with your scheme that this one's gonna work out? And it's a
Yeah,
run
you guys
heavy
run the ball.
offense.
Run the ball.
Right.
So I mean, get a big guy. But next team will be Jacksonville Jaguars. Their first pick in the draft, they picked Trayvon Walker, Georgia edge.
He's good, but I don't know why.
6'4",
He was the
4.
Zach Wilson of this draft. He shot up the boards for no reason.
It's all because of his athleticism. Like, he's an athletic freak, but he didn't have the stats. But he was also on a great defense, so everybody was like not crazy with the stats. But that's really high.
And the thing is it's like, if Trayvon Walker doesn't do good, Shad Khan is gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
Because Shad Khan, I heard Shad Khan wanted Aiden Hutchinson and Doug Peterson wanted Trayvon Walker.
Right.
And it's like,
Yeah.
But it could be a pretty shitty situation there.
Next pick in the first round, they picked Devin Lloyd, linebacker from Utah.
Pick 27. That's a great pick. He was supposed to be going top 15. Remember?
Yeah. Luke Fortner, Kentucky center at 65. Adjust the line. Chad Muma, linebacker.
they took Chad.
Chad Muma.
So
From Wyoming
what pick?
at 70.
Okay, so
he
the
was already
linebacker
gone.
was at 89, so he was
He was
gone.
gone.
Good. That's better.
Snoop Connor, running back from Ole Miss at 154. I fucked with that pick. Gregory Jr., I don't know what his school is. Ochia Baptist.
Chia.
Ochita.
Oh.
Ochita Baptist.
Ochita Baptist.
Ochita Baptist. Gregory Jr. I've never heard of that school at 197. And Montarky Brown. From Monterey Brown from Arkansas.
Not a bad draft.
Last pick. I mean, I don't know, bro. It's not a bad draft because them players are probably gonna ball out. But
They're seeing stuff that we aren't for sure, but
definitely.
Yeah, I was gonna say they must have fell in love with Trayvon Walker in the pre-draft. He had a great 40, that's only so good. But 4.5 like that's insane for a 6'4", 220 pound, 230 pound.
with defensive linemen like that, like I kind of more look towards strength.
Exactly.
Like, what's your bench?
Right.
What are you benching right now?
Yeah,
How many reps
I don't
did
know
you
what
do?
he reps. So he did, and I don't. Yeah.
I'm sure it was probably crazy. I mean, the dude looks huge.
Yeah,
but
he's a
like,
freak, but it wasn't on the
Knows.
field. But,
Right, exactly.
So we'll see it.
And I feel like the only game he really went off was like in the championship.
Devin Lloyd's a great pick.
Devin Lloyd's a great
Chad
pick.
Muma in third was a great pick.
Snoop Connor's probably going to be a great pick.
So I don't know. I'll give him a B. B minus maybe.
Yeah,
I'll
I'll
give
go
him a
with that.
flat B.
It could be now depending on
Oh,
how
B
Trayvon
minus.
Walker does. It could be amazing because of how much they adjusted.
So Kansas City picked Trent McDuffie and George Karlaftis in the first round. Both of those are good picks. I feel like they could have got Trent McDuffie, like farther down. I don't know. I feel like they could have got different players there, but I mean at the same time, the way their draft fell.
McDuffie in the 22nd, right?
They got McDuffie 21. Yeah.
21. So that's like
They traded up
Yeah, that's
for
pretty
him.
good.
I think it's better because I was really scared the Eagles were gonna.
The way the
trade
corners
up.
came up off the board.
Yeah,
I agree with the way
And
they
with the mock was going, like he was supposed to go like top 13, and I was scared for that. I didn't think that was good. But
Right.
for 21, fuck it. If they think he's their guy, he must be their guy.
Right. They did draft Sky Moore in the second, which is great. He was skyrocketing on boards, and he's probably going to be Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill 2.0.
Yeah.
They're
That's
thinking.
hopefully what they want.
That's what they're thinking. They got Leo Chanel, the
I'll keep it
linebacker
PG.
from Wisconsin, Brian Cook, a safety, corner Joshua Williams, a tackle Darian Kennard, cornerback Jalen Watson, running back Isaiah Pacquiao, Pacheco, something like that,
Pacheco.
and then Najee Johnson. I don't know. I'll give him a B.
So I really like the Darian Kennard in the 5th. That's great value. Jalen Watson in the 7th is great value.
Right.
They weren't supposed to be there. Brian Cook, I don't know enough about, but
Yeah, I don't know about.
safeties always go in the 2nd, so it's
Right.
like. He could
I mean, Cincinnati's secondary was insane.
getting Karlaftis, who could have been a top 10 pick.
That's great.
That's great at 30.
They get Kobe.
And getting Sky Moore, who could have been a
Did they
first
get
round.
Kobe White?
No.
No.
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant.
And we've done that so many
We've
times,
done
dude.
that, Basketball.
No, I'm gonna give him a B plus because of the Karlaftis at 30.
Yeah.
And then Sky Moore, they got their replacement, and everybody had him going there in so many mocks. So to get him at 54, not even where they were supposed to get him,
Right.
is crazy.
All right. We're gonna move on to Las Vegas. So we got what B?
B.
Like if we all gave him.
Oh,
B's.
I'm getting B's. Okay. Las Vegas. They didn't have a first round. Their second.
Did it
Or
have
maybe-
first or second?
Okay, so this is third then. Okay. Dylan Parham, they got as offensive guard from Memphis. He's decent. I like that. They got Zamir White, which could be good. He could be a replacement for
Jacobs.
He's a bowling
kind
ball
of, but I'm expecting him to be more like Kenyon Drake.
I think he's gonna be a bowling ball.
No,
type
yeah,
of
he's
dude.
the bowling ball.
He's a
too.
bowling ball guy.
He does have speed too.
So I think
Right,
I think
that's
I
fair.
feel like he
That's
could
fair.
catch.
oh, what's his face? Who's their starting back?
Jacobs.
Jacobs.
Yeah, I think Josh is gonna be their little bounce around guy. So it's
Okay. Next is Neil Farrell Jr. from LSU D tackle. He was nasty, and they got that in the fourth. Jeez. Then they got Tennessee D tackle Matthew Butler, also in the fourth, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Thayer Munford, I don't know. That's not really a good pick.
I think it's
Offensive
good in
line.
seventh in the round.
Well,
seven.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, around
for
seven.
seventh to get there, yeah, that's cool. But that man was getting blown up by Aiden Hutchinson.
yeah, he was, but who wasn't?
Yeah, it's true. Georgia.
Right, that's fair.
Britton Brown, running back from UCLA, was the last pick that they had.
They needed to up their running back room because it was getting empty pretty soon.
Yeah, I don't know too much about Britton Brown,
But I don't know
Make an
anything about him.
assumption,
So
yeah.
to get 2 running backs in the draft, that's good. You don't want to pay. They're probably not going to want to pay Jacobs once the time comes. Which sucks because he's a great player. So
For the amount of draft
Maybe.
picks
They
that they
didn't
had,
yeah,
I
they
would give them a minus because they didn't have many picks.
Six.
And they didn't start until the
they had
third
6
round.
picks that didn't start until
Yeah.
round 3.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
they-
would give them
they
a
did
B
have-
plus because they didn't have much.
Right.
They didn't have much to work
and they
with.
got the best available.
And the first 3 picks were great, so
Yeah.
I'll give them a B minus.
yeah, and then Thayer in their 7th. I'm gonna give them a B.
And besides, they have Devontae Adams, so.
But that's why they don't have a first.
Next up was the Chargers. They drafted Zion Johnson, who was the #1 guard in the draft, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
They got JT Woods, safety from Baylor. That was nasty. Isaiah Spiller, running back.
And the 4th is nasty.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Otito Ogabunya, a D tackle from UCLA.
I don't know much about.
I don't know much about him. They already have a defense being built right now. It's nasty.
That defense is crazy.
Jamari Sailor, a guard from Georgia. I don't know too much about him. Wake
Either
Forest
way.
corner, Jasir Taylor. Mississippi corner, Dean Leonard. And Purdue fullback, Xander Horvath. They got Horvath in the 7th?
Yep.
For the last pick is fucking crazy.
That's nuts.
That's right.
They had some steals.
A plus, A plus, A plus, A plus, A plus.
I just.
That's
the
my
thing is,
that's
they
my
didn't-
first
they
A plus that I've even let go because bro they
didn't
don't need
they
shit.
don't need shit.
Yeah.
And they
They
got shit.
They
You
got
know what I'm
shit.
saying?
Yeah.
Right. I wanted to
I'll
give
give
them
them
a B
A.
because like they didn't need shit, and that's not fair to them to do that. They got when they needed to get picks, they got great picks. So
I give it A. I give it A plus, bro, because like, dude,
they
fuck.
didn't need
They
shit.
didn't need anything. And that's a Super Bowl team right there. And you add that Zion Johnson at 1.
They got a safety because I mean
Safety.
shit. To just be real, what's his
Derwin.
name? Derwin hasn't been healthy since his rookie year.
Right.
Get him back up.
Up next we had the Rams. The Rams, what was their first pick?
They didn't
Third?
have it. It would have been 32, but they
No,
gave it
no,
to you guys.
third.
The first pick was a 3rd, yes.
Okay. So they drafted a guard named Logan Bruss. They do need to address the line because Big Wit just retired.
Right.
South Carolina State cornerback Jacoby Durant.
I don't know
That's
much about him.
Jacoby was pretty good.
In the 4th.
In the
that's great,
4th,
man.
yeah, that was a decent pick. Notre Dame running back Kyron Williams, he was decent.
No, Kyron Williams is I think in the 5th is a great pick for them.
Okay. Quentin Lake was next from UCLA, safety. No way they got him. What was that, a 6th? They got Darian Kendrick
in the 6th.
in the
Yeah,
6th,
he was
right
supposed
after
to-
Quentin Lake.
Yeah,
He was
that's
supposed to be
insane.
3rd.
That's an insane pick because he was supposed to be 2nd or 3rd. I was just looking at that one too.
Dude.
That's crazy.
Moving on, Montana State, Daniel Hardy, Kansas State safety Russ Yeast, and Michigan State offensive tackle AJ Arcuri. So they had a good draft for not even having no picks.
Yeah, I swear they did have a good draft because Kyron's gonna be great, and they run running back
Right.
by committee, so he's gonna get touches eventually.
Kyron Darian Kendricks is insane.
Yeah, and the
The
sixth is amazing.
Jacoby Durant's decent too.
They filled up their DB crew. Like it was already filled up. Yes,
They won the Super Bowl.
their first pick was O line.
They're trying
They
to go
needed
back.
that.
They're trying to run
They're
it- they're trying to run it
back.
They were smart. If they didn't get a first pick with the lineman, I would have been pissed for them because they needed that.
Yeah.
And it's a Wisconsin boy. That's gonna be a dog.
And they have Allen Robinson at receiver now too.
Right. Yeah, I give that one a B plus because there wasn't really much they needed.
Yeah. B plus. Next, Miami Dolphins. The first draft pick they had was the third round. Yeah, third round.
Yeah.
Georgia linebacker Channing Tindall.
That's a great pick.
Yeah, that was a good pick. Texas Tech wide receiver Eric Kanma.
Yeah.
I don't know about that pick.
I think in the fourth it's good value.
Yeah, it's a good value,
He
but I mean,
was a
do they
combine.
really need
He was a combine warrior. Yeah, they didn't need it.
California edge Cameron Good. That's a decent pick.
In the seventh.
In the seventh?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, that's pretty decent. And then Kansas State quarterback Skylar Thompson.
I don't know much about Skyler.
Skylar's pretty decent. He's not bad, but I feel like they should have took Caleb LD if anything.
Was Caleb still there at 247?
Yeah, Caleb went undrafted.
You're right. I forgot about that. Yeah, he should have been.
Caleb's so slept on, and
He is.
mark my words, Caleb will be a good quarterback.
It's
Just
probably not going to be for the Patriots.
No.
Let's be obviously, but
Nah.
whenever some team picks him up off the practice squad,
Yeah.
Caleb's going to work out with Seattle right now, and he reminds me of
oh yeah,
Russ.
sorry, it was the Hawks that you said.
Yeah, he reminds me of Russ, so I think I don't know, they kind of missed on that last pick. But
Channing Tindall, they only had 4 picks, so like I'm
Right.
gonna give him a B minus, but I like the first 2 picks. I don't know. Then they had a 3rd, 4th, and 2 7th. That sucks.
I'll give him B minus. That's cool.
Yeah.
B minus.
Next up, Minnesota Vikings. They got finessed by the Lions.
Yes, they
no
did.
cap. They got finessed. They had to move back in the first. They barely got to move up in the second. They did get a good pick. Well, no, they traded it. They traded the second pick that we had too.
Yeah.
They gave it to Tampa Bay, didn't they? I think.
Give me 1 second. I can see this.
Or no. Jacksonville gave theirs to Tampa Bay. They gave ours to someone else. But then they moved back anyways, and they got Andrew Booth.
They got Andrew Booth, who was supposed to go top 15 with
Right.
pick 42. That's pretty great.
That's crazy.
So, to start off, they had
I don't
Georgia
really
safety
think that's
Lewis signed.
any good on their part. I think that's just the other teams fucking letting them drop.
I know teams let him drop because of his injury, which sucks, but like that's gonna be good for them. You know,
Yeah.
they needed cornerback help.
Before his
so
injury, he was like top 3 corner.
Exactly. So he was Clemson's starting cornerback for a reason.
Yeah. So starting off, they had Georgia safety Lewis signed. Loved that pick at 32. I thought we would have, like, if we had that pick still, we would have grabbed Lewis signed.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Clemson cornerback Andrew Booth in the second round, nasty. LSU Ed Ingram. Ed Ingram was one of the best guards on the board.
Yes,
that was
he
a
was.
great pick. I wish the Bengals would have got their hands on Ed Ingram.
He would have been great for you guys.
Especially protecting Joe. I think he had his best season when he was blocking for Joe.
I thought we would grab Raymond for
Yeah, that too.
Especially since he fell 77.
yeah.
And then,
77 is
dude,
crazy.
I really like this draft because then they got Oklahoma linebacker Brian Asamoah.
Yeah.
Then they had Missouri cornerback Caleb Evans. He was pretty decent.
Yeah, to get him in the 5th is nice. I
Mhm.
mean, that's where he's supposed to go, but like,
Right.
it's still nice.
Minnesota D end SSE Atomowo.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
That's fun to say.
Keeping him home, I guess. I mean, I don't know too much about him. Boy
Yeah,
Mafe, they probably would have rather had Boy Mafe, but he was
I'm
gone
sure.
way before that. They got North Carolina's running back Tyler Chandler. Yeah,
That's a great one.
that's pretty decent.
In the 5th, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, in the 5th, yeah. Illinois' offensive tackle Verdane Lowe Ooh, Michigan State wide receiver Jalen Naylor in the 6th.
191. Yeah, that's pretty
It's a
insane.
good pick. And then South Carolina tight
I
end Nick
like that
Muse.
last.
Dude,
Yeah,
this
Nick
is a,
Muse
that's an
nasty.
A draft to me.
As yeah.
They filled out their DB room, which was like their worst part of their defense. They
Right.
got a
Right.
It
linebacker.
might be a B plus.
I'm
Because
gonna
the
give it an
beginning
A.
of the, I don't know, the beginning is kind of weird.
I mean, the trades were
The
stupid.
beginning is the best.
The trades were stupid.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
the trades what kind of fucked them
but
up.
they
what I'm
made
saying,
good
right.
picks with the
Right.
picks
They
got.
came back from
Right.
screwing it up.
And that Ingram with their third pick was great.
Yeah.
So they got linebackers, guards, 3 corners, a D line, a running back, another lineman, and a wide receiver and a tight end. So they filled the board with great players. So
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna give them an
New England Patriots.
A. Cole Strange.
Cole Strange.
So he was the
What the
who was
fuck
it? Yeah,
is
what
that, dude?
He was a center. Okay.
The fuck?
He was supposed to be going pick 103 is when the Rams were looking at him. That's what they joked about, was that they were upset that they wasted their time looking at him at 103. Like, that's horrible that he got picked for that. And we picked a guard, that Jurgensen, in the 2nd or 3rd. Like, That's
Yeah.
crazy that they took Cole Strange at 28.
What the
It's
fuck?
insane. It's insane.
He must
So,
be, it's gonna be their boy.
Moving on, Tyquan Thornton. Tyquan Thornton in the 2nd.
Good receiver, but
Yeah.
dude, fuck. You're
Yeah.
reaching so
Speed.
bad.
It's because of speed. That's all it is.
Speed, yeah. Houston corner Marcus Jones. And that's
Eh.
in the
Yeah.
3rd.
Houston
Beginning of
corners
the
usually
3rd.
are good, but I don't know what to see.
Arizona State cornerback Jack Jones. Yeah. Now South Dakota State running back Pierre Strong.
That's
Yeah,
who I wanted.
like
Pierre
that.
Strong, it's in his name. That
And
boy
what is that? The 4th?
Yeah,
That
that's
boy's
great.
strong.
That boy is very strong.
They got Bailey Zapp,
Bailey
which
Zapp.
Bailey Zapp would be a good quarterback if they
you
needed one.
Yeah, if you needed
But
Yeah, I don't know why they took him in the 4th.
yeah, that was stupid. South Carolina running back Kevin Harris, he was decent. I like that.
Yeah.
Northwestern Missouri D tackle Sam Roberts. Yeah. LSU center Chasen Hines. That's pretty good.
I like that in the 6th.
Oh yeah.
Stuber's their last pick. And I
yeah,
think that's a
Andrew
joke. He
Stuber,
was pretty
yeah.
bad.
So I give that shit a D plus.
Yeah. Oh god.
Ain't gonna cap
Yeah,
to that
that's
shit a
straight
plus.
D. D for dick.
D. Pause, bro. Pause.
Not wrong though.
Yeah, D. Definitely a fucking D, bro.
Yeah,
That
no,
shit
that's
is
a D.
Dog shit.
Bill's smoking too much.
D plus. New Orleans Saints. They picked Chris Olave at number 11. I like that.
I think
I feel like they
Yeah.
didn't need to move up.
I don't
like
think they
that.
needed to move up to get him that early, but then it was better that they did that because then the next best receiver was taking the next pick. So it was
Right, Jameson Williams was going next, but then they have Northern Iowa offensive tackle Trevor Penny. That was a
I
good
wish
pick
that
at
was gonna
19.
land in
That
our
was-
lap,
that was
but
great.
didn't.
After that, they had Tennessee cornerback Alante Taylor. That's nasty. I like
yeah,
that.
I do like that.
Appalachian State linebacker DeMarco Jackson.
I've heard the name a lot, but I don't know where he was supposed to go.
Right, and it's
He's real
Appalachian
low,
State,
so-
so it's like he's
Right.
not crazy. And then Air Force D tackle Jordan Jackson.
So I see that they, like, on here they rated it a C, but
I'll give it a B.
I give it a B, bro.
I like that they got Olave because not only is it a teammate
Olave
with Mike,
and
Mike's
Penny.
been pissed.
Yeah.
So
I think the
it
only
gets
reason
him in
it's a
a
C
better
is
mood.
because they really didn't need to make all those trades
No,
that they
I
did.
think the trade was stupid
Trade,
as shit. So
yeah.
I'm gonna give it. You're right. I'm gonna give it a C plus. But it was. I'm glad they got those two guys. That were
Right,
the first.
right. I'll still give it a B minus. Next we have the Giants. They did real good. They had at number 5 Kayvon Thibodeau, which he could have even gone at number 2 to the Lions. Alabama offensive tackle Evan Neal, that's nasty at number 7. Kentucky wide receiver Wan'Dale Robinson. That's where they kind of went wrong. They
Yeah.
reached way too far for that. Way too
Big
far.
old reach. It gets pretty bad after that. Honestly, I like the first two
Yeah,
picks, and
it
then it gets.
Okay, yeah,
shit.
they didn't
Yeah.
do that great.
No,
at
it's
all.
like I so many Giants fans.
the last two or the last pick, the 7th round pick, I like.
Yeah, me too.
What
And
is
that's
that?
it. That's sad that that's the case.
Daniel. All right, so they had Wan'Dale. After that, they had Joshua Ezeudu from North Carolina, guard. He wasn't that great. LSU cornerback Cordell Flott, at 81. San Diego State, Daniel Bellinger at 112. Dane Belton, safety, Iowa, 114. What are they doing? Indiana linebacker, Micah McFadden. He's pretty decent.
Yeah, they got him in the fifth. So
That's not too bad. That's kind of like right around where he should have gone.
If you're drafting a linebacker and it's not a top, like first round pick, to get him in the fifth is great.
Arizona State D tackle DJ Davidson, and then North Carolina guard Marcus McKeithen. That's not too bad, I guess. And then Darian Beavers. I like Darian Beavers from Cincinnati.
So do I. But no, I think they're gonna get a B- because of the first two picks. It could even be a C+. Because the first two picks are great.
Yeah.
That's really
I'm
awesome.
hovering right in that
picks,
area.
I'm gonna see.
When they got those first two picks, I was like scared. I was like,
First
damn,
two
the
picks
Giants.
is what brings them to a C, but then it's like,
You're right.
fuck.
You're right. You're literally right. That's my point. Like,
So
I was
I'll
really
say
excited
C+.
for them at first, but then they went down the hill right after.
First round was.
And the other thing is, my biggest fault with the Wan'Dale Robinson thing, you already have Kenny Galladay, Sterling Shepard, John Ross, Darius Slayton's still on that team.
Yeah, they
like,
had too many.
And then you reach.
Kadarius Toney is still on that team.
Yeah, they're already trying to trade him after a year. You don't give up on a receiver after 1 year.
Right.
2, 3, yeah, not one.
Then you reach after that.
And then you reach for
Hard.
Wan'Dale
Then
Robinson.
it was a
When
reach
Christian
for Tony.
Watson
It was
was
a
still
reach
on
for
the
Tony
board?
last year. Like, yeah, you're right. Watson was on the board. That's horrible.
I just don't understand it. I don't get it.
Yes,
I don't
yeah,
like
I
it. That's why I give
I
him
would
a
take
C.
Watson off the board immediately.
Next is the Jets. The Jets had, with the 4th overall, they had Sauce Gardner, great pick. Then they had Ohio State Garrett Wilson, great pick. Then they had Florida State edge Jermaine
Can't
Johnson,
believe you found
great
that far.
pick.
That's an amazing.
Then they had Iowa State running back Brees Hall, great
Amazing
pick.
pick.
Then they had Ohio State tight end Jimmy Rucker, great pick. Louisiana offensive tackle Max Mitchell, decent pick. Texas A&M DN Michael Clemens, good pick.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the Jets balled out.
Jets balled out on that.
I hope they can do something with it because they are a poverty franchise. They always do horrible with the great talent they have,
Yeah.
but they filled it.
Yeah.
So
A on that one.
That's
A, straight A. Philadelphia Eagles is next.
yeah,
You
so
wanna
I'll take
that?
I'll take that one. So obviously at first we traded up with the Texans. We had Browns to get the 13th pick, and I was kind of mad. Me and all of us were sitting here watching it, and I was pissed because I wanted Jameson Williams. And I thought
right before.
my thinking was that they traded up thinking they were gonna get Williams, and then missed out. But then I realized that every mock draft I've ever seen all year had Jordan Davis going to the Ravens at 14. So like they got him before Ravens. I'm happy with it. He's 6'6", 340, ran a
Slid it
faster
right in
40
there,
than
13.
JJ Watt.
Yeah.
He's gonna be. Yeah, we got
He's gonna be
Fletcher got
nasty.
one more deal.
That's a big ass.
Yeah, that's great.
It's gonna be good.
And then second pick was Cam Jurgens, center. You know, we had a first round pick. It was pick 18. We traded that for the man himself, AJ Brown. And then we threw him
Indeed.
$100 million, 57 guaranteed, which is a lot of money. But he thrived in a run heavy offense. So that's a perfect scheme fit for us.
Right.
Then the next pick was Kobe Dean, linebacker out of Georgia, pick 83.
I like
That
That's
could be
great.
the
him
steal.
dropping down that
Because of a pec strain.
Yeah,
that
pec
he is
strain.
fully a participant for. Like he's not even getting surgery on it. He says he feels great, so therefore I'm okay. With it. He's gonna be practicing next week.
Yeah, he's good.
In that round 6, we had pick 181, which was Kyron Johnson, linebacker from Kansas. He was an athletic freak. For pick 6, I'm okay with that. Or round 6, and then our round 6 pick, it doesn't have on here, but it was a tight end it was Grant Calcaterra.
Calcaterra. Yeah, that's how you.
Right, Calcaterra. Yeah, he was great with Jalen Hurts his 1 year with him, but then he transferred to SMU. Doesn't really get much of the ball in SMU, but he's decent for that. I'm very happy with that. I'm gonna give him an A.
I'll only give him an A- just because they should have kind of took a receiver.
Actually, nah.
I don't think they need to because they got AJ. Since
Yeah,
Oh
they got
wait, I
AJ.
forgot about AJ.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
am I talking about?
Hey,
Because we got
Hey,
Yeah, that's an A.
I forgot they got AJ out of that
Exactly,
deal, bro.
right.
Like,
At
you don't
first
need no
I was-
receiver.
Once we got AJ, I was so happy with the
Because
Jordan
now you
Davis
got
pick.
AJ, Devontae Smith, and Quez Watkins.
Right, and we have Goddard coming across
Goddard,
the middle. Yeah,
yeah.
Miles Sanders
Yes,
and
sir.
Kenneth
Yes,
Gainwell.
sir.
Our offense, like this is a no excuse year for Jalen Hurts as well.
Yeah.
Hey, if
Yeah.
Jalen fucks up,
We got 2 picks next year.
Yeah.
We'll probably get Stroud because I think that's who they like out of the two.
Oh,
of them.
yeah.
I think Bryce will probably be gone before.
I'm guessing we're gonna trade up for Bryce after watching this aggressive draft that we just had.
Yeah.
Like I think they have no problem with wherever they land at. They're going up to get Bryce
that's
because
exactly
they just got
what I
Jamison
feel.
Williams. I think
Right,
that's
yeah.
I think that's their thinking is okay. Listen, we're gonna get Jamison Williams to make this a no or like a
Oh,
no
yeah.
excuse here for Jared, and then if he
That's the
doesn't pan
exact
out,
same thing.
boom, we
That's the-
snag Bryce
That's
Young.
the exact same thing we did. I think we're like, if Jalen Hurts don't pan out, we got 2 picks. We'll trade them to get the next
Jalen
best
should.
quarterback.
Yup, literally.
Jalen should pan out.
He should pan out though. He has
Yeah.
that dog mentality. It's
Yeah.
just I watched when he was forced to pass the ball, he did horrible.
You guys also got Carson Strong undrafted. So.
Exactly, that was insane. We
That
gave
was
him the
real
most
good.
quarterback or most money by an undrafted quarterback ever. And then okay, so I give him an A for that. The next team was what is the next team after that? Give me one-
Pittsburgh.
It is Pittsburgh. Give me 1 second. For some reason, mine just moved the all the way up to the Vikings.
One eternity later.
Pick 1 was Kenny Pickett. Pick 2 was George Pickens, from receiver from Georgia. That's great at 52.
Oh yeah.
I really like their draft. They had Marvin Leo, Texas A&M from 84. Then Calvin Austin was their second receiver off the board. It was pick 138. That's amazing.
Fast.
Then they got Connor Hayward. He's a running back, tight end hybrid. He's just a Swiss Army knife in the
Right.
6th round. That's great. Mark Robinson, Mississippi linebacker. He's great. And then Chris Olodukun, quarterback from South Dakota State, which I don't know much
grab
about.
another quarterback just because.
Right. They wanted to
Con.
have 4. They said they wanted to have 4 going into the season.
Yeah.
Right. They have Con.
So
Yeah,
A
absolutely.
minus on that.
I'm gonna give him an A-. It could be an A+ depending on how Pickett. I'll give him a B+. It could be an A.
because of the Pickett.
Right. It
A-
just
minus
depends how
because of
Pickett.
Pickett.
I have him as a winner of the draft, but it's a question mark because of Pickett. It depends on
Could have
how he
took him
does.
in the second, but I mean they did get George Pickens in the second. So
Right.
it's not
Yeah.
really-
And the next team is the 49ers. They took Drake Jackson, offensive linebacker, or outside linebacker from USC,
Nice
round
pick.
2, pick 61. That's a good pick. Then their pick 3 was Ty Davis Price, running back from LSU. Round 3, they had pick 105. They got Danny Green, wide receiver from SMU. Round 4, it was Spencer Burford, offensive tackle from UTSA. Round 5, they got Samuel Warmack, cornerback from Toledo. I like that one.
Yeah.
Round 6, they had pick 187, I don't know how to say that name, I'm not going to try, from Fordham, offensive tackle. Round 6, they had Kalia Davis, defensive tackle from Central Florida. And then round 6, they had Tariq Castro Fields, Penn State cornerback. And then in the round 7, they took Brock Purdy, quarterback from Iowa State. They got, they added another running back to that insane running back scheme. They got a new receiver in Danny Gray, which I don't know much about, but
Danny Gray is good.
and then Drake Jackson was great at pick 61. So I'm gonna give him a B.
I like it.
I'm gonna give him a B.
minus.
All right, the next team is the Seattle Seahawks. And pick 9 in round 1, they got Charles Cross, which is insane. I did not think
Yeah.
nobody had him going that.
Going that.
I mean,
high.
there was towards the end there was people saying Charles. I mean, he was one of the best linemen.
No,
in the
I
draft,
think
but,
no, I
like,
think it's insane that he fell to them.
Oh,
is what
oh.
I say, because he was supposed to go to the Panthers. As if
right. Yeah, I had
The
him
fact
going
that
to
Evan
Panthers,
Neal
too.
fell to 7 that fell right into their laps, and that's
Yeah.
amazing. They haven't had help for years for
Yeah.
Russell Wilson, so of course the first year he's going to get help. Then the next pick was Boy Mafe, defensive end from Minnesota. I love that. Next pick right after that was 41, and it was Kenneth Walker, running back from Michigan State. That's awesome. Pick 72, they got Abraham Lucas, offensive tackle. And then round 4, they got Kobe Bryant. That's insane. Round 5, they got Tariq Woolen, another cornerback from UTSA. Then in round 5, they got Tyreek Smith, defensive end from Ohio State. That's insane. Then they got Bo Melton, who was shooting up people's boards and still went in round 7 in Rutgers. And then Derek Young from Lenore Ryan, wide receiver, who I don't know much about. So I'm going to give them, that's a
I
B+.
would give them
Yeah.
B+, and it has a C+ as their grade.
Right, I don't agree with that.
Yeah,
I would give him
I
B
don't agree
plus,
with that.
almost
I
A
don't B+.
minus, dude.
Yeah, that's
B+,
a good
almost
grade.
A
You got-
minus.
They never had
you marked
offensive
off all
linemen.
the yeah.
Right. They got Boy
Marked
Mafe, they
off
got
all
Kenneth Walker, like they got some big names.
Yeah.
And then they still hit on their later rounds.
Right.
hit big on Malik Knox.
Right. Tampa Bay is next, and they got Logan Hall, round 2, defensive end from Houston. There was definitely better players on the board at the time, but if they need edge rushers, APP is only getting older. Right. Round 2, they got Luke Godecki, guard from Central Michigan. Round 3, they got Rashad White, running back from Arizona State. I like that pick. Yeah. Round 4, pick 106, Cade Otton, tight end from Washington. Round 4, they had the punter, Georgia. That's ridiculous. You should never take the punter on 4. Round 5, they got Zion McCollum, cornerback from Sam Houston State. Round 6, they got Cole Kite, TN from Minnesota State. This is the second time it's happened.
Yeah.
Round 7, Anthony Dean from LSU. So they didn't really do much.
C+.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a C. It could be a C-, honestly.
Yeah.
Then the next team is the Titans, which they traded their pick, or they traded to get the 18th pick.
The
for
trade
Traylon Burks.
hurts, but like they needed the cap space.
Yeah, they didn't want to pay AJ, so they got who should be AJ
Who
for
should be
way
AJ.
cheaper. So like it's nice, but it sucks because imagine him and AJ.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and then they got Roger McCreary, cornerback from Auburn. That's great in the second.
Good.
They got Nicholas Patoke-Freer from Ohio State in the third. That's good. Malik Willis, pick 86. Poor Ryan Tannehill, because in a few years
He's gone.
And it's nice because even like by the time Malik is starting, he'll still have a few years of prime Derrick Henry, hopefully, with how big they do this. Like, yeah, that's awesome. Then they got Hassan Haskins next pick in the 4th. That's nice, another power back.
Derrick and Hassan?
Right, yeah, that's crazy. And then the round 4, they got Chigoziem Okonkwo, tight end from Maryland. Don't know who that is.
He's kind of decent.
Maryland tight ends are always good. That's one of those teams, our schools that always has good tight ends. Round 5, we got Kyle Phillips, UCLA receiver. Round 6, Theo Jackson, cornerback from Tennessee. And then round 6, they got Chance Campbell with their last pick, linebacker from Mississippi.
I give that an A.
Yeah.
Feels bad for Ryan. He's been average for too long.
Yeah, I think I'd give it an A because
He got him into the playoffs.
He gets him into the playoffs.
But that's it.
That's it.
But you got to look at the team.
No,
that
I
he's
know.
had.
I know.
The teams
because he's
that
always
not saying
giving it to
anything wrong.
Derrick, and my thing is
Derrick,
like you
he's
said,
gonna
he's
force
the
the
most
pass the ball.
average quarterback you could ever see. Like he's
Touchdown.
not bad.
No.
He's
not
not
by
bad,
any means.
but just
he's not like
average.
But when
insane.
He needs
win
to
the
get
games,
above.
he
He needs to be
beat the
above
Chiefs that
average.
there's a few games where he's like, oh shit, Ryan Tannehill looks amazing,
Yeah.
and then it's like, oh shit, it's just Ryan.
Because
This
it's like
year-
you know they're gonna go to the playoffs because Dehan's running for 2 bands every fucking
And it was
time,
like this
every
year was kind of just proof that
Yeah, this
he
was the year
needs
he really,
D-Head.
This was the year he needed to prove it, and he did not. No, yeah, absolutely. It feels bad for the man, but I'll give him a B because of the Malik. It could be really good. It could be a B plus, could be A even a few years from now.
Could be the next Steve Young.
Right, he really could be. You never know. Give me 1 second.
Or
to
Steve
go to the next
McNair,
team.
that's what I meant.
Yeah. Washington Commanders, they got Jahan Dotson with pick 16 in the trade from the Saints. I think that was insane that they took him that high. But speed kills, he's really great with the ball in his hands.
You said 16?
Yeah, pick 16. That's really high.
That's really high.
That's really, really high. That means they took
I mean,
him before
granted,
Traylon.
they were
He might have
probably...
been a second.
Yeah, they were probably freaking
Not
out just
before.
because,
All
like,
the
I mean,
receivers that were
we
on the
traded
board.
up for Jameson,
Yeah.
Chris Olave was gone,
Like
like...
Pickens was there, Burks was there.
Yeah,
Burks
exactly.
was 2 picks later.
Burks
Like, if
was
you're gonna
literally
take
2
somebody
picks
that's a
later.
risky pick, Burks was
Burks
the
would have
risky
been the way
pick.
they did Jahan, yeah.
And then the next pick was Federin Mathis from Alabama, round 2. Then they got Brian Robinson Jr. round 3. That's a good pick. Round 4, Percy Butler, safety from Louisiana. Round 5, Sam Howell.
Okay.
Sam Howell in the 5th is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
He could be good. He could be their starter in a few years.
Oh, yeah.
I'm kind of hoping so because Wentz just needs to put it down.
Carson's gonna
He
be...
just needs to go to Hunter.
He'll be their starter by week 5.
Yeah, probably. Chris Paul, offensive line from Tulsa in the 7th, and then they got Christian Holmes, cornerback from Oklahoma State with the 7th. That's their last pick.
I got a C plus.
Yeah, I give it a C plus,
I
maybe
agree.
even a C because that Jahan Dotson, unless he proves me wrong,
Yeah.
I'm eating my words, was really early. Really early.
Jahan's
He's
decent,
great.
but
He's
second
He's
round.
a good
He was
second round.
He would be
guy.
a great second round receiver. Like you gotta think AJ Brown went in the second, DK Metcalf went in the second.
Yeah.
John Dotson's not a first round receiver.
I mean, granted, this draft wasn't as loaded as like a draft
That
like
year,
was,
but
still,
we don't know
like,
that.
AJ
Right.
was supposed to go like 20.
Traylon could
right,
be a
and
fucking.
still, you're right. Like,
Traylon could be goddamn Megatron. We don't know that.
oh, exactly.
Traylon.
Oh, and that's the last team.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's all of them.
That's it.
That was the C. That was that.
That's
so
basically our fucking draft recap.
overall, our teams
I think
did
our teams
great.
did
Our
great.
team
I was
amazing.
worried. I was really worried.
I didn't know what the fuck we were trying to do at first, and I was like, okay, I see what's going on.
Yeah.
I was mad when we didn't get N'Kobe with the 52nd pick and we got Cam, and then we got him at 83, and it made everything better.
I was freaking out when we traded up for Jameson. I was like, what the fuck is going
Well,
on?
I know. So how do you think I felt? Because I was like, oh,
I didn't know they were gonna. I didn't even know they
with
were
the way the
thinking
board
of
was
receiver.
going, I thought it was all those linemen just went, and there was then no way that I think 3 linemen.
Jameson didn't even know we were thinking receiver.
Jameson was like,
I thought you guys were
going
getting
to
Kyle.
Detroit?
I
we
thought
never
you guys-
even, we never even talked to him. But I mean, he
No.
was happy about it.
I thought you guys were going to Hamilton all day when you
Oh,
traded
yeah.
up because he was still there and he was falling. And then I was like, okay, so we got Jameson. And then we didn't. We got AJ, I'm okay with.
Hey, fuck it. AJ's a big name.
But I mean, this was a great draft, honestly. I
Yeah,
mean,
this
there
was the craziest draft in a while.
Yeah.
There was really only one team that we really
The
dogged.
Patriots.
Yeah,
Dogged on,
Patriots.
dude.
Shit on them because like that was so bad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
It was,
fuck they
it
were
was
doing
literally
that.
like typical Patriots picks, and it's sad that it came to that, but that's what it is at that point.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I mean, most teams did what they needed to do, but I mean,
I'm excited for the season.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
really
well, I'm
excited.
really excited for
I'm
the
really
season.
excited for the season.
But do you think? Hey, bro, leave us comments and shit, and let us know if y'all think we should do basketball videos. Y'all think we should do basketball videos like playoffs and
we
shit?
could talk about anything and
Might be able
everything,
to
and
talk
that'd be
about
okay. So
Because like
it's-
I missed the season, and I feel like talking about games. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like giving.
no, yeah, I understand. It's
giving
gonna be
y'all
hard
more-
to sit here
giving
and
y'all
talk
more
about.
content and shit.
But I mean, as we post more and get more reactions or interactions, we'll know what to post.
Right. If you want us to expand on the sports, then just let us know.
Let us
Absolutely, we're open to anything.
Oh yeah.
Alright, but yep, that's our draft recap. And thank y'all for tuning into the motherfucking takeover.
What did you say, nigga?
Let's get
To
it.
the turnover.
Damn!
But that's all we got for today. Thank you for tuning in to the turnover.
Let's get it.
Play no games, you play with other niggas, nah. You ain't from my block if you don't know Tasty, Buddha, and Chops. Man, what?